the kind of wear a tie. But not from 9 to 5. I tried that life but said goodbye. I'm not always polite, but I get the job done. Who says the work can never be fun? I'm simply unprofessional. Simply unprofessional.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Simply Unprofessional. I'm your host, Webby. Join me today, we got Rob.
Hey guys, it's Rob.
And we got Devin.
Hey guys, I'm Devin. How's it going?
Oh, Devin coming in with a loud, sultry voice. I like it. You need to speak closer to your mic more often. That was nice. Anyway.
Anything for you, buddy?
Guys, last week we did our tournament of superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
This week we have our tournament of supervillains, and then we'll talk about who wins overall. To the listeners, I apologize. I had this thought in mind. I knew it was probably going to take 2 episodes. Completely spaced the fact that it was October. So last week when the Heroes one dropped, it dropped on October 1st. And those of you who have been listening to SU for a while know that October is our horror-themed month leading up to our Halloween stream. That didn't come in because I think you're muted.
Not muted.
Oh, well, that didn't come through Discord, but I heard a woohoo in the background from Rob.
I did, I woohooed.
So, and I know Rob's still in the process of putting together the Halloween stream as far as schedule-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So possibly by next week, we'll have a rough idea of some of the games that you can look forward to us watching or playing, so on and so forth. That being said, I will say we have planned out the rest of the October month as far as movies that we're going to watch for horror movies. We have coming up on the 15th, we're going to be watching and reviewing In the Mouth of Madness. We've also watched one already called Malignant that we'll talk about if we find that we're struggling to reach that hour mark on any of these in particular movies. For the 22nd, we're going to be reviewing a movie called It Follows that Rob recommended. And for the 29th, the Friday of the Halloween stream, just before the day before the Halloween stream, we're going to be reviewing the newest Halloween movie as it comes out. I believe that comes out on the 15th, but we want to, give us a chance to, sit down and actually go see it. So with that being said, are you guys ready to jump into this tournament of supervillains? They're
ready.
For the most part, they're B-rated supervillains. Some of them might not seem it, but I mean, I've pulled them off of several lists on the internet that have them classified as B-listers. So if any of you guys, if we come across one and you're like, I consider that more of an A-lister, let me know, because, I mean, I think they're all pretty much B-listers as far as capabilities, and, I mean, some of them are well-known, but still lower ranked as far as what they can do. Alright, so, first up, we're going to do this the same way. We're going to get a vote from Devin, a vote from Rob, and then if a tie happens, I will be the tiebreaker. And Rob, so help me fucking God, if you just choose the opposite of Devin, so that way I have to tiebreak it, I'm going to give you a swirly. And you know I can't. I will fucking muscle you into the bathroom, shove your head in the toilet, and just start flushing. Keep that in mind. I know where you live. You know what? Maybe I'll swirly Matilda.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, maybe that will make you think twice. All right, so we'll start with Devin. Devin, you ready for this first matchup?
Yep.
All right. We got Sauron, the pterodactyl guy from the old school X-Men, versus Chameleon.
Right.
I feel like this first matchup, after looking into it, I feel like this first matchup's very one-sided, but...
It's like F-lister?
Who, Chameleon? Or Sauron, whatever. I used to have the Sauron action figure, so, I mean... I don't see too many Chameleon action figures out there, that's all I'm saying. But if you need to look into it, Sauron has quite a few powers that I didn't realize. It's not just him turning into a pterodactyl. Chameleon literally can just look like other people. What?
Which Chameleon are you talking about? The one with like the white face?
Yeah. Dimitri fucking whatever the fuck nuts.
Okay.
He literally can just alter his form to look like somebody else. And his clothes have something called memory fabric or memory material that just responds to his nerve impulses and can appear to be whatever costume he wants it to be.
So basically, he's like Morph.
I mean, and would you call it an energy vampire? I don't.
I do feel like this first one's one-sided, and I didn't mean for it to be. Yeah. I thought Chameleon, for some reason, when I put Chameleon on the list, I was thinking of him as somebody else, so I thought maybe he'd stand a better chance. But he literally...
Especially about this one, I think I vote Sauron.
Yeah, same. I mean, the only way it would even be like Chameleon to have a chance was if like he had surprise and was like in a crowd. Like if it's a tournament and they're both walking in, it's like I can't change it to anybody else to fool you.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah, one thing I didn't know about Sauron though is he kind of has like a similar effect to Rogue's power, where he can steal your life force, but at the same time, if he does it to a mutant, he can steal their mutant abilities for a short period of time, which I did not realize. But he's also fucking super strong, apparently, when he's in his pterodactyl form. So, but yeah, all right. So Sauron, it's a wash. Sauron fucking annihilates Chameleon. That poor bastard. Like you said, it's them two walking into a Greek arena, and he's just like, well, I can't turn into anybody else. This sucks. I'm useless. All right. So we'll start with Rob on this one. So, Rob, we have Crossbones versus Jigsaw.
Like Jigsaw from the Saw movies?
No, like Jigsaw, the Marvel comic villain.
I don't know who either of those people are, so I'm going to have to look it up.
Crossbones is the guy from the Captain America.
Just the basic dude. He's like Punisher.
Yeah.
Punisher or Captain America.
He started off as a Red Skull henchman, I believe. And then just kind of he kept coming back.
His name is Brock Rumlow. That should tell you everything you need to know about this guy. His name is Brock Rumlow. Most dude bro name I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know much about Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. He just happens. He just like he just has a Makita jigsaw attached to his arm and called himself a mutant.
Jigsaw. Let's see.
Yeah, Jigsaw. You want Jigsaw, man?
I know his face is all messed up. William Russo.
Oh, William Russo. What are you talking about?
He's a master hand-to-hand combatant, marksman with a weapon expert, superior strategist, pain tolerance.
So he's not okay. Not Earth 616. Got it. Not Earth 616. Got it. No, he is Jigsaw.
He has the weakness of Nellophobia, which is a personal phobia of panes of glass due to his disfiguring accident.
But basically, he's like a shitty. He's like a slightly better Two-Face. Although now he is currently Paladin. Which is why I couldn't find him.
I feel like these guys are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
As far as their capabilities, they're both essentially villainous Punishers that have undergone some sort of disfigured accident. Because if I remember correctly, Crossbones is like severely burnt, right?
Is he?
That's why he wears that mask.
Let me double check.
I might be wrong. That might just be a movie thing, because I know in the movies he got burned real bad.
Yeah, I don't think he's burnt.
So I guess this just really boils down to, like, if you feel like they're evenly enough matched, Rob, if you feel like they're evenly enough matched, I guess this will just go to whichever one you, I guess, like more.
I will.
Well, last time they were evenly matched, you eliminated both people.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of them not being able to beat each other, which is what Cannonball and Speedball kind of ran into.
I will go with Crossbones because he's been in the movie and the other one hasn't.
And I'm just going to give it to Crossbones just off the fact that even though it's kind of unreliable, the power grid, even though they are relatively equal, the power grid does favor Crossbones in both fighting skills and durability.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that.
All right. All right. We're going to start with Devin on this next one. Devin, you have a character called Death's Head versus Grim Reaper, which is not death. It's just literally that's the name of the character is Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Mr. Eric Warden 616 Grim Reaper.
And then
the stupidest looking character and possibly all time.
Yeah, he's got a fucking
he's got
a saber, scythe hand. Yeah,
he's fucking stupid. Yeah. Does he even have any powers? I don't think he does he?
Death's Head looks like a robot to me, anyway.
No. Talking about Grim Reaper, he does have necromancy. Once he got resurrected, he gained mystical powers allowing him to reanimate the souls and bodies of the dead either through voodoo training received from Black Talon. Powers bestowed upon him by the Goroth. The Grim Reaper various magical based feats, including teleporting himself and others, summoning demons, creating illusions, and clairvoyant viewing. So, if we're going by his, I think that's his current iteration. I mean,
oh my god, looking at the power, I know, again, the Marvel database power grid is skewed, and it's not super reliable on all occasions, I guess, but oh my god, how one-sided is that? Looking at Death's Head powers versus...
Yeah. Well, also, too, you got Death's Head, a lot of that was when he was, I mean, he has held his own against the Hulk, but I think that was back when he was 30 feet tall.
Wait. The Marvel universe is a crossover with the Transformers universe?
Yeah. So does
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Crossover with it. So does Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So does G.I. Joe. In fact, Snake Eyes beat on panel. Snake Eyes beat Starscream.
Because I was reading about Death's Head, and it's like originally a character from Transformers. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, and so when he was like Transformers height at like 30 feet tall, he was stronger. He got shrunk to 7 feet, 25 tons. I mean, they both have Necromancer has pretty mech. I'm gonna go with Necromancy, just because I'm gonna go with
You're gonna go with Grim Reaper instead of Death's Head?
Yeah, just because he does have necromancy powers, and that could come and it's vague on his strength, but it says his Grim Reaper's physical strength is supernaturally heightened slightly beyond the natural limitation of the human body. He's a little bit stronger. I mean, going by him being at 75 feet or 7 feet tall, not as 30 feet tall, he's not as
Well,
strong as he used
I
to be.
mean, also keep in mind his scythe hand spins around like a propeller, which it does say can essentially deflect projectiles. So, like, the weapons, the firearm and stuff, the firearms that Death's Head has would not be effective. He'd have to get in close. I feel like if Death's Head got in close, it'd be over.
Right, but I also feel like that with what is here in terms of me being able to see that he does have necromancy. I don't know. I think the necromancy powers will carry it, so that's my vote is for that.
All right,
Via necromancy powers.
Rob, what about you?
I don't know, teleporting, summoning demons, creating illusions, clairvoyant viewing, raising the dead. I'm gonna go with Grim Reaper too.
Okay. Grim Reaper pulls it off. I really thought Death's Head was going to pull that one out. But you guys brought up the good point with the necromancy. Grim Reaper. Alright. Back to Rob now. Rob, we have Kang versus Fang Foom.
Fang Foom. He's probably gonna win because I don't know who Kang is. I'm gonna look him up though.
Wait, Kang is in Kang the Conqueror?
Or Kang and Kodos. He's the alien from The Simpsons.
No, I think you're talking about Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror.
I mean, all right. I mean, Kang the Conqueror is. I gotta find his. As stupid as he looks, I think he's actually not like a pushover.
I mean, a lot of these guys in this super villain lineup are not pushovers per se, but they are still considered B-listers, either based off popularity or how often they show up. Or
I mean, Kang the Conqueror has an increased lifespan. He's over 70 years old chronologically. People whose era have improved biology to the point where they seem to age much slower. Thus, he appears to be a man in his mid-40s. He has superior level intellect, political savvy, skill, combat, indomitable will. He has through his battle armor. He has enhanced strength, enhanced durability. He has an anti-gravity device. He can render objects weighing up to 2.2 tons weightless. He has a video communicator, time travel. Through his armor, concussive bolts, weaponry, electroshock, hover pads, survival kit, and body transference. Which enables him to transfer his mind into a new body at the moment of his death. Versus, who do you went up against?
Fang Foom.
Who is a dragon.
Yeah. Fang Foom does have a weakness, though, as he's extremely vulnerable to an unidentified herbal leaf found only in China.
Herbal leaf found only in China.
Yeah, he has an allergy to a leaf.
I mean, technically he's an alien, not a dragon, but he looks like a dragon.
I mean, like, I think I gotta kind of give this to Fang Foom just off of.
Well, we were starting with Rob anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fang Foom just because he's a dragon. That just wins hands down for me. He's my squirrel girl.
Well, that means somewhere down the line he's got to get knocked out.
Yep, I'm sure.
All right.
Well, that's the voting thing.
Starting with Devin this time.
Sorry if I am cutting you off. Okay, you start with me. I'm getting really bad, like choppy. I got to figure out the internet issue right now. It's terrible.
Okay.
But
Do you need a minute, or are you
getting
good to
choppy,
go?
So I hear you, but no, it's not something I can figure out right now. I'm gonna have to do something else with it.
Okay.
So.
Well, starting with you for this next matchup, we have Calypso versus Absorbing Man.
I'm gonna vote. I think I'm gonna vote Calypso.
Yeah, I figured this one was also going to be a pushover.
Well, if I remember correctly on Calypso, if I can spell it right.
Caly PSO, I believe.
Yeah.
Calypso is a master of voodoo and mind control, resurrection, and poison.
Yeah, that is who I remember. Calypso being an in versus who?
Absorbing Man.
Oh, good old Absorbing Man.
I believe his name's Carl Creel.
Yep, his name is Carl Creel. Hold on a second. I actually might want to give this to Absorbing Man. I'll think of a different Calypso. Well, let me look and see. Let me just confirm. Yeah, no. I give this to Absorbing Man.
Okay. Rob, what about you?
I'm reading about Absorbing Man because I'm not so thirsty for him.
Okay.
He's also basically like a rogue. Says he can absorb the strength of anything nearby or the powers of anyone he is near. He doesn't even have to be touching them.
Well, I know to turn his body into things, he has to touch it. Like, he could touch like a brick wall and turn himself into brick.
Yeah, but it says here he can also absorb the powers of other people.
Did not know that.
He once absorbed the strength of Mjolnir, however the hell you would pronounce it, Thor's hammer.
Oh, Mjolnir?
Yeah. And can now combine previously absorbed abilities. I would say, yeah, I'd have to go with Absorbing Man too.
Alrighty. Absorbing Man. Calypso gets knocked out. Alright, coming over to you, Rob. We have Mole Man versus Bullseye. Mole Man versus Bullseye.
I don't know what Bullseye does. Mole Man.
I hate it so
Oh god. Oh well, yeah, I know who Mole Man is. I'm freaking Bullseye.
But he does have radar sense. That's all he's got. Okay, so you're giving it to Bullseye. Devin, who are you giving it to between?
Bullseye.
Okay. Wow, these have been very one-sided fights. I'm very surprised. I'm not surprised about that one, but... All right, going over to Devin. We have the Leader versus Enchantress.
The Leader?
Yeah. Yeah, the guy with the huge head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Enchantress takes this. Yeah, no, I'm almost certain Enchantress takes this.
Yeah, I think the Leader is just super smart. Is all he is. Like, he has no fighting abilities, I don't think.
Man, don't underestimate smarts.
He has more than that. He has he's smart. He has telepathy. He has telekinesis. He can manipulate gamma radiation and project gamma radiation. He can technically self resurrect himself.
Oh, he can devour minds. He's a mind flayer.
Yeah, pretty much. These vectors on arrogance, maturity, and assessment being the Hulk. Let me refresh myself in Mars powers. She's an Asgardian. She's an Asgardian sorcerer. Yeah, no, I give it to her all day.
Okay. Rob?
Same.
Figured.
I do like his giant head, though. His giant head is pretty awesome.
All right. Shooting back over to Rob, we have Baron Nemo versus Mr. Sinister.
Huh. I'm gonna look at. I know Mr. Sinister. Nemo.
Baron Nemo.
Sure, it's not Baron Zemo.
Oh, yep, that's probably yeah. I think that was just a typo on Clay's part then.
Good old Baron Nemo.
Baron Nemo. Listen, they spent forever trying to find Nemo, and he really swam away and became Aquaman's biggest, supervillain. Not even in the same universe as Marvel Comics.
He got so lost he ended up in Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
All right, you said Baron Zemo and who?
Mr. Sinister.
Oh.
I would have to go with Sinister.
I wouldn't really call Mr. Sinister like.
Yeah, I don't think he's like B-lister.
He's on a lot of B lists.
But
that's fine, but I don't really agree with it. Baron Zemo, I do like Baron Zemo a lot. Mr. Helmet Zero, I do like him a lot.
Can't Mr. Sinister really like? Isn't there something like where he can only really be hurt by like the blasts from the Summers brothers, from like Cyclops and Havoc?
Yeah, no, he can't. He genetically enhanced himself using mutant DNA, so he has a bunch of different mutant powers. He has he control every molecule in his body. He can shapeshift at a cellular level. He can heal himself not as fast as Wolverine, but pretty damn close.
Found out later he was Gambit's father.
That is, yep, you're not wrong there. Telepathy, and everything that comes with that, telekinesis, and all the shit that comes with that. I don't feel like he's a B-lister, but yeah, the Sinister all day takes this.
All right, Rob, you agreed with that?
Mm-hmm.
Sinister. All right, moving on to round 2. We're gonna cut back to who voted first on that one.
Rob voted.
Me.
All right, so we're gonna cut back to Devin first. We have Sauron versus Crossbones.
Sauron.
All right, Rob.
Sauron as well. Yep.
All righty. Sauron moves on. All right, Rob, we got the Grim Reaper, Mr. Scythehand versus Fang Foom.
Man. I have to give it to the Grim Reaper.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
Just because Fang Foom is mostly like, he's got like the super strength and the dragon's breath, but again, summoning demons, raising the dead is very not easy to beat.
You don't think Fang Foom could take on an army of the dead before, and reach?
Well, it also
Reaper?
Depends on what kind of demons he summoned as well, I suppose. He could probably beat an undead army. Well, not a small one, but
All right. Devin, who are you voting for, Grim Reaper or Fang Foom?
I'm actually gonna go Fang Foom in this one only because of given the parameters of the battle. If he has a necromancer, if he had time to like I felt the match was like relatively close between him and his last opponent. Like physically, I feel like he could stall it out. I think Fang Foom is like leagues above him physically to the point where I don't know if he would have the time to like prep enough necromancy shit to actually be a problem. So I'm gonna go Fin Fang Foom on that one, but I think it could go either way.
All right, that this is the first time I've had to be a tiebreaker this whole episode, and I'm also gonna have to give it to Fin Fang Foom on this one. So Rob's favored character is pushing on.
Sounds
I'm okay with this.
cool to me.
That's fine with me.
Get rid of the ye old scythe hand. All right, we're gonna cut back over to Devin. Absorbing Man versus Bullseye.
Absorbing Man.
All right, Rob.
I agree.
Absorbing. All right, Rob, back to you. We have Enchantress versus Mr. Sinister.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I would probably give it to Mr. Sinister.
Really?
I think he just has better abilities and is more cunning.
Let me double check Enchantress. But I'm leaning that way. The only reason I'm kind of leaning Enchantress a little bit though, just because like historically speaking, mutants don't usually do well against mutant-based powers. Don't usually keep up with sorcery-based powers.
I mean, true. Magic is usually OP in the Marvel universe.
I will say this. She apparently does have the slow spell. It says. She's capable of casting spells that slow down an opponent's reaction time.
She does have powers of seduction. She was once able to seduce a frost giant with her gaze alone while bound and gagged.
She also cries gold and diamonds. She has gold and diamond tears.
She also has enchanted lips, so a single kiss is sufficient to make virtually any man slave to her will, obedient to her every command for about a week. Subsequent kisses enable her to enthrall someone's will indefinitely.
That reminds me of the freaking Simpsons, where when Lisa insulted Lady Gaga, and she's like, "Are you crying sparkles?" And Lady Gaga goes, "No, it's tiny diamonds. It hurts like hell," and then she runs away.
I will say she does have the power of paralysis as well.
Paralysis, spellcasting, levitation, flight, transmutation, energy shields, life force absorption, time disruption, telekinesis, telepathy, and that's kind of his shtick, is telekinesis, telepathy. So I don't know who's to be more strong. I'm gonna go with Enchantress, just because I really could see this going either way though. But I'm gonna go Enchantress.
All right, Rob.
I mean, I said Mr. Sinister, but you've convinced me. I changed my mind.
All right.
Also, but the only thing is, she was beaten by the Suicide Squad.
Listen, I believe the Suicide Squad could also beat Mr. Sinister. Okay.
I mean, that's to be fair though. That's DC Enchantress, not Marvel Enchantress.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I was
Marvel
confused.
Enchantress is an Asgardian. She's technically a god, even though the Asgardians are like piss poor gods. And
right. I was thinking of the wrong Enchantress this whole time.
Oh, all right. All right. So who started on that one?
I did. Rob did. I don't think, right?
All right. So we're gonna go back to Devin at the top of the next round. Sauron again versus Fin Fang Foom.
Fin Fang Foom.
I think he's just a better Sauron.
I don't know, man. Fin Fang Foom can't absorb life energy.
He can,
he
but
just
he can do
makes
a lot
things
more
dead.
shit.
Yeah, but if Sauron can get onto the back of Fin Fang Foom, we all know that that's the dragon's weak spot. That it can't reach its own back.
Well, Fang can change shape, like how dragons can become human.
The real battle here is Fin Fang Foom versus Lockheed. That's the battle we want to see.
Dragon on dragon violence.
What I signed up for, goddammit.
All right. Well, with that being said, Devin, who are you voting for? You said Fin Fang Foom.
Fin Fang Foom.
Rob?
I agree.
Man, I was hoping that'd be a tiebreaker. My boy Sauron finally got knocked out in the third round. All right, Rob. Absorbing Man versus the Enchantress.
Checking something. Absorbing Man cannot absorb magic, so I will give it to the Enchantress.
All right, Devin?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I already see where this is going. All right. Back to Devin, top of the last round here. Fin Fang Foom versus the Enchantress.
Let me double check on the Fin Fang Foom. I'm not going to write him out just yet. I'm probably going to write him out. Not going to lie, but I'm not writing him out just yet. It says Fin Fang Foom, under the control of Tyrannus, has shown that he can physically metabolize and raw energy and then bend into his wishes, but it doesn't say anything about magical. I don't. I do think strength-wise, he has it. Let me see something for a second.
Well, Matilda, coughing up a lung over there. Stop smoking. Jesus.
Like, I don't know, man. You okay?
That's Matilda choking on something. I'm going to mute Rob while this is happening.
You okay?
I don't know. There, I'm just going to mute Rob. That's not Rob choking, that's Matilda. Alright, so have you looked up your Fin Fang Foom?
Yeah, look them up. I honestly don't know. My gut says Enchantress, but it honestly could go either way for me. But my gut's I'm gonna go with Enchantress because my gut says Enchantress.
Well, hold on, there's a small puppy problem happening. Oh, you're getting tangled up in a cord there, girl. Come on, come up and around.
Did she cough up whatever the hell she was dying?
No, she's still coughing, but she's running around, her tail's wagging, and she looks all excited. So I think maybe she just needs to go outside and cough it up. Well, don't cough it up right in front of my seat. That's all I ask. Yep, something came up that time. All right. So what was your vote, Devin?
My vote, I can go either
Go-
way, but my gut goes. My gut goes. Enchantress.
All right. Rob is currently dealing with a puppy, but I am going to insert my tiebreaker vote here just in case, and that's going to be Enchantress. So it's going to push her through regardless. Are you done coughing, Matilda? What is wrong? You look happy, yet you're coughing. I don't get it. Ugh, gross.
Really not, buddy. She's over here. She's over here.
Go outside while you're coughing? I don't
Oh, you're laughing.
like Webby said, you're being crazy.
She probably wants to go outside to get it up.
Yeah, but I don't know how that's going to help her. I'm afraid she's going to choke to death out there without
How does she eat?
Well, go out there and keep an eye on her. See what she does when you let her out.
What's that?
Go see Daddy. Stop. Don't cough up over in front of my seat.
How does she?
I have no idea. No idea. Rob feeds her everything. She's trying to. She's trying to expel the goddamn hamburger helper out of her system because it's finally gotten to her. She says, "Daddy, this is too goddamn much hamburger helper." Oh, she's not coughing that you put her little jacket thing on. Alright, so Rob stepped away. He's outside now. Fin Fang Foom has been knocked out of it because, like I said, even if he voted for Fin Fang Foom over Enchantress, it would have come to me as a tiebreaker, and I'm voting Enchantress. So that way we don't have dead air while we wait for Rob. So then Devin. I'm writing down on my little piece of paper here. I had a feeling it was going to come to this halfway through this fucking tournament bracket. The final fight. You ready? I don't know where you are. Did I mute?
What's up?
Oh, there you are. So, Rob, just to get your opinion, Fin Fang Foom versus Enchantress.
I say Big Fang Foom just because I love dragons, but he's going to lose.
That's fine. Yeah, he lost because I voted anyway because I wasn't sure how long you were going to be with the dog. But with that being said, we have our final fight showdown. The winner of the heroes versus the winner of the villains. We have Megan or Magan, I don't know, whatever. There's two G's, so I just feel like it's the second one. But hey, Rob says Megan. So it's Megan versus the Enchantress. Both of which are spellcasters. They're both sorceresses. So, hold on, Rob. I muted you while Matilda was choking. There, you're unmuted now.
I said they're basically the same person.
Yeah.
I will go with Megan because I always want the heroes to win because that's my personality.
Ugh.
Even though they're basically like evenly matched.
All right. So Rob's voting Megan. Devin, what's your vote against this?
If I remember with Megan, she does have weak mental. Enchantress is very good at mind control. In mind games, so I'm gonna vote Enchantress.
Man, it's coming down to me as a tiebreaker.
You gotta
All right, so I'm gonna do this logically here. Rob, you said that the only reason you really chose Megan is because you want the heroes to win, because you always root for the good guys.
That's the reason why I picked it without looking, but I can find reasons if you want.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I wanted to know your logic.
Well, the way you said
it.
that, the only reason you picked Megan.
Well, I prefaced it that way for a reason.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not the. I will find other reasons then.
All right. I mean,
No,
if
it's fine. Go. Whatever you're gonna say.
all right. Well, then, in lieu of Rob's decision voting style, I will vote as well as the tiebreaker. I am one who always wants the villain to win. Ultimately. That being said, I do know a little bit more about Enchantress than I do about Megan. So, and if what Devin said is true, and Megan does have, essentially a weakness versus mental powers, I'll say.
I'll have to look her up again. I'm pretty sure she or what that was like her one weakness.
I think I have her right here.
She had going for her here.
Is she an elf?
She's like a
she's
nymph,
a fairy. She's a fae.
fairy
Basically.
nymph. Yeah, fae person.
Uh,
Weakness. Her mind does not have the same level of psychic blocks that most humans, and especially beings with psionic powers, do. This can make her impulsive and impressionable. All magic can present with little concern, past or present, or future. Megan did not reach her result. So she does have the less mental defenses. So I mean, and I know Enchantress does like to mind fuck people a lot. So that's my. I think powers wise, I do think if you take that out of the equation, I think Megan has more powers at her disposal. But I do think with that one weakness going for her, I do think that it would put Enchantress.
I will say this as well. Enchantress or Megan seems to be more. Her powers seem to be more elemental based, if I remember correctly.
She is an elemental. She is a elemental with powers, but she is an elemental.
And
well, it also says that her most powerful talent is to instantly mimic the powers of other superhumans. Has turned into fully empowered duplicates of Dazzler, Rogue, Colossus, Longshot, Storm, Wolverine, Rachel Summers, and Havoc in rapid succession.
That's what I said. Like, I do think, like, in just absolute raw power, I do think Megan wins. I do think her weak mental will come into a factor, and that's why I'm giving it to Enchantress. But I think it could go either way. But I'm giving it to Enchantress with that.
I will also state, in my opinion, like if she were to use something like some sort of like cold, like creating a blizzard in extreme temperatures, of one degree or the other, her being like an elemental focused character. Enchantress does have under her superhuman durability, like all Asgardians. Her body is much more resistant to conventional physical injury, and she can withstand great impacts, exposure to temperature extremes, and powerful energy blasts that would severely injure or kill a human being with no injury to herself. So I think her being an Asgardian, essentially, is what's going to push this over for me. They're both powerful and practiced sorceresses, but Enchantress being essentially a goddess, and coming with all that entails, I feel will end up pushing that over the edge. So, Enchantress comes out on top. And we were right around the 50-minute mark, but that was my little, I don't know, my off-topic topic for the last 2 weeks. I wanted to make it a surprise for both of you. Now, let me ask you this. Going through these B rank people, first off, was there only the one that you guys considered not really a B rank? Was Mr. Sinister? Out of all the ones that we talked about?
I mean, Magan is, I think, B rank only on just
popularity.
Megan popularity. I do think safety guy with Enchantress. But honestly, I think Sinister. I mean, he was like a predominant He was like one of the main villains in like the '90s cartoon show.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that was in the '90s, and I mean, where else? Where he hasn't really had too many good story arcs since then, though.
Storyline. He has in the comics.
I mean,
I just
he's not like a Kingpin or.
But I feel I feel like if you like when people ask them like, hey, name me 5 X-Men villains, it'd be like Magneto, Apocalypse, Sinister.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably.
Like I feel, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're like the top 3 of like.
And again, like before we actually went through and talked about these, I did say that there were a couple on here that I personally would not have put as a B-lister, but when you find 6 or 7 different B-lists on the internet and they all happen to be on every single one of them, I rolled with it. So
no, I get why you did it. Like, absolutely understand why you did it. I'm just saying, like, I personally don't feel like that, but that's fine.
Yeah, because he was one of my favorite X-Men villains, especially. I mean, mainly in the cartoons, because I remember him very vividly in the cartoons. Now, let me ask both of you this. Was this fun for you guys? Was this relatively enjoyable? Was it a nice little break? I know Rob was looking for a break from movie reviews and stuff, and I had wanted to do something similar to this because I remember we did something like this before, but
we ranked a bunch of heroes. We asked for people's input when we did one of our SUs for the charity stream.
Yeah,
it was like a 2-hour like challenge. Which if you want to do that again one day, let me know. Not even for the charity stream, just like do like a long ass like week-long thing. I can actually build like a challenge, fucking like bracket.
I will say I tried to find, and I don't know if I was just having problem like. So like I've been out of it. Like my head's just kind of been not here because I've had this fucking headache for like a week and a half now. And but I could not for the life of me find any type of like form fillable brackets. I don't know. I couldn't really like begin to think like I know I could have probably done it in like Word or Excel or whatever. I just for whatever reason I could not put my mind to it and like actually. So I ended up just drawing it on a piece of paper.
I can definitely do it with challenge, no problem.
But I mean, if you guys enjoyed doing something like this, I mean, we could do this with other topics as well. So, like, if Rob wanted to make something, if you wanted to come across and say, "Hey, I got this SU topic we can do, but it's a secret," and then if you want to put together like some sort of tournament thing using a different genre, or if you wanted to do, DC. Heroes and villains that are less known, or if something that we all at least know and can kind of vaguely look up real quick. I'm game for any of those. I mean,
right.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad you guys had fun, and I hope it was a nice little break. It took 2 weeks to get through the whole thing. And again, listeners, I apologize that it cut into the first 2 weeks in October, and this is supposed to be the spooky Halloween SUs, but I don't know. Oh well. So I guess this was my gift to myself, even though I did it completely on accident because I really did not pay attention to the date. So. But with that being said, I did give the listeners all of the movies that we are going to be watching and when those are going to be coming out. So if you want to go try to find your own copies of them somewhere on the internet and watch those.
HBO, we talk about it HBO now or HBO, whatever it's called now.
What about it?
I said I'm just trying. I couldn't remember what the new HBO is called anymore. Like, is it HBO Now, Go Pro? I don't fucking remember what it's called anymore.
One of those. Why?
Yeah.
That's where Malignant was, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's where Malignant is on there.
Where's In the Mouth of Madness? Or is that something where we have to find that on a different
I have
site?
no idea where you're going to be able to find.
That's
In
fine.
the mouth, that, honestly,
Uh,
that could be either way.
It Follows. Is that on Netflix, or do you know, Rob, or is that just one we're gonna have to try to find?
It Follows.
Yeah.
I am not sure.
All right. So we'll have to find that, and then the new Halloween movie. Obviously, we'll just have to try to find that as it comes out. But that's why we gave ourselves 2 weeks essentially to.
Well, that's going to be on not Paramount. It's coming out by Paramount, but it's going to be on Peacock. The new Halloween movie is going to be on Peacock starting October 15th.
All right. So yeah. So if you guys want to go find copies of these movies and watch them yourselves before we do them, again, it's In the Mouth of Madness on the 15th. It Follows on the 22nd, and the new Halloween movie on the 29th. And going into that, Rob, I'll let you promote the Halloween stream with whatever you want. So that starts the 30th, right?
Yep. We're doing our holiday live stream for charity. It kicks off with the 13-hour Halloween Dead stream, and then continues until our holiday live stream, our 24-hour holiday live stream in December. And you can donate starting at the Halloween stream all the way until the end of the Christmas stream. But we are, it's starting the 30th at noon Eastern. If you'd like to join us, we're playing. I just actually finalized the list a little while ago. Let me grab it really quick. So we're going to be playing Monster Seeking Monster, Phasmophobia, Dread Hunger, Dead by Daylight, Left 4 Dead, and In Silence. We were going to try and do Back 4 Left 4 Dead's sequel, basically, but it's still $60, and I couldn't have everybody paying for that, so we changed it back to Left 4 Dead. But the rest of them should be pretty good.
All right. Was Dead by Daylight on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. We all know that Rob started off loving Dead by Daylight and now hates it.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap up because we've hit the hour mark roughly. It's 57 minutes in. Rob, do we have a science corner? Getting real with Rob this week.
The only thing that I've read recently is the largest comet ever detected is on its way back into our solar system. It's 93 miles across, I believe. What would it say?
Call Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. Send them up there, break it in half.
Yeah, I mean, it's been to our solar system before, but the last time was 3.5 million years ago, so
Jesus.
It's supposed to be close enough to see within the next 10 years, because it's on its way. It's currently in the Oort cloud, but it's the biggest comet that's ever been here.
Now, what's that? What kind of, like, hypothetically, what would happen if that thing, like, flies into our solar system and, like, smashes into another planet?
If it smashes into another planet, it wouldn't really. It depends on what planet, I guess. Like, if it smashed into Mars, it's possible if the planet was badly enough damaged, it could send debris our way. But anything else, it won't matter for us unless it smacks into Earth directly.
Now, would a comet that large be able to, like, would that?
If it smacked into Earth, we'd all be dead.
Well, yeah, okay, I get that, but, like, if it smacked into, like, say, Mars or whatever, would it just make a massive crater, or do you think it would actually, like?
It depends on how fast it's going when the impact happens.
Gotcha.
So it would definitely do a lot of damage, and if there were any life on Mars, it would be wiped out. Whether it's large enough to, like, split open the planet or anything, probably not. Unless it's going super fast.
Huh. All right, then. Devin, do we have life advice with Devin?
Life advice with Devin.
Don't get hit by a 93-mile wide comet.
Well, that is all solid life advice. No, my life advice for this week is, I think I've given some similar things, but I'm just going to give life advice this week because I kind of agree with it. Embrace change. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but you gotta sometimes you gotta embrace change, Webby.
I don't
You
like.
may not like it.
I don't like change.
That's fine.
I'm a very routine person. I enjoy routine.
But you gotta embrace that change.
I guess sometimes. Fair. All right. Embrace change. With that being said, Rob, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Confessor_X, on Twitch at twitch.tv/ConfessorX. And our holiday stream will most likely be on Distractions Media Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Distractions Media.
Alrighty.
Unless it gets hacked, and then it won't happen at all.
Well, I think John already went ahead and changed the.
He did.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it because I have two-factor authentication on, so I don't really care.
I don't know how to do that, so maybe you'll have to walk me through that.
It goes to your phone. You just turn it on. It'll go to your phone and this, and you like.
Where can people find you on the internet, Devin?
You guys can find me on Twitter at DMP_Pookie and on Twitch at MrD3.
All right. And as always, everybody, thank you for listening. You guys can follow me on Twitter at JaxForestWalker, all one word, on Twitch at DMWebby, and on eBay at... You know what? I'm not on eBay this week.
I'm on eBay this week. Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. I'm sorry.
Next
week. Thank you all for listening. Fuck Booster Gold. I don't know where my outro music is. Here it is. Da-da-da. I gotta get a rule with Rob for you for next week, Rob. It's probably gonna be super easy.
Okay.
I'll tell you as soon as the outro music's over, so people can't go and laugh at me all week long about how dumb I am. Unless your explanation is literally like 2 seconds, then it's like, well, we're not gonna talk about this. It never happened.